10 years with Devore Design. It's pretty crazy to think that I started this as an independent photographer in 2015, and now in 2025, we have a team with almost 45 people. We do full service home staging, and we've serviced 50,000 bookings since we started. It's crazy to think about. And I'm so thankful for our customers, for our staff, for my family. I wouldn't have started Devore Design if it wasn't for the inspiration of my father buying a drone and for the support of both my parents. Because at the time when I started Devore Design, I was in bankruptcy. I started the business because I needed something to do, and I always enjoyed digital marketing. I enjoyed photography and video. I was at a crossroads. What did I want to do? I wanted to do something that I would enjoy. And I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined that it would be what it is today. We've ranked on the Inc. 5000 list nationally for fastest growing companies multiple years in a row. We have one of the best listing media and home staging teams in the country. And I love serving our customers. It's a joy. I've made long-lasting lifetime friendships as a result of the business. I can't thank everyone enough for allowing Devore Design to prosper the way that we have over the last 10 years. And I really look forward to another 10. I remember the early days of Devore Design. I was doing everything myself. I was doing the scheduling, I was doing the photography in the field, I was doing the editing, I was doing the deliveries. I remember I had a bunch of spreadsheets that I put together to try and create a consistent workflow so I could actually deliver the media consistently every time. And I'll never forget when I was at my office. So I think I had my office year number 2, and I got a little executive suite in downtown Claremont, right on Montrose Street. So it was overlooking the main street in downtown Claremont. And that Pokemon game came out. And the Pokemon game, it was over the summer that it came out, and these kids were wandering the streets like zombies on their phones. But I was actually I kind of liked it because I was always alone at my desk working on these photos and videos till sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. And at least that summer, there was other people walking around. So, when I was blasting music in my office, there was at least other people outside that may have heard it. They probably didn't because they were buried in their phones. But I actually remember that and remember thinking, I'm not completely by myself right now. Because there was a lot of lonely, tireless nights that I was just sitting in front of a computer trying to get everything done. And it was well worth it. I'm glad that I did all that hard work. Not sure I could do it again. But I'll never forget that phase of this journey to year number 10. So Devore Design had provided virtual staging from the beginning in 2015. But in 2019 and early 2020, I saw an opportunity for home staging services, for real home staging services, where you furnish a vacant property. And through the years, I had worked with Chalet Madoran in the field. She was doing the walk-in talks, the occupied home staging, and I was always impressed with her work. As a photographer, it was great when she was at a booking because you knew the property was going to be ready, you knew the photos were going to come out great, but she only did occupied, staging or walk-in talks. She didn't actually do full-blown vacant home staging, bringing furniture into a house. So her and I had a conversation, and she was open to the idea of, being involved in a full-blown home staging division. And here we are 5 years later with an award-winning home staging team. 3 consecutive years in a row Devore Design was voted the best home staging company in Orlando Magazine. And I'll admit, the last 2 years, I did ask for the votes. The first year, I didn't even know that existed. We won through write-ins. And that really was a big moment for Devore Design in general, because it just made me realize the impact that we were having within the design community. And I know our home staging services are the best in the market. And everyone that has stepped into any of our home stagings has always been impressed. It's a great service that Devore Design offers. And when you meet our staging team, when you meet Chalet and you meet Whitney, you know you have the best home stagers in the industry. So I can say that's one of the biggest milestones in the last 10 years, is adding the home staging services to our portfolio. I think it's been a huge benefit for our clients, because it's given us the ability to serve our clients another set of services at the highest level possible. And that's really been beneficial. When I started Devore Design in 2015, I was an independent photographer doing everything myself. And it was in 2017 where I started to have customers question whether or not it was worth the wait, because it was taking sometimes 10, 12 days of solid bookings until I was available. And I remember it was at that time that I kind of thought to myself, well, what do I do here? I can't accommodate all the volume by myself. Do I raise my prices and maybe try to be like a boutique and kind of go that route? Or do I try to really scale the business and bring on photographers and grow that way? And I ended up, while I was in the field every day, I would make notes about everything that I was doing, how I was photographing a kitchen, how I was photographing a family room. Every single thing that I did, I was documenting. And I created I think the first version of our media standards guide was about 43 pages, I believe. It's close to 70 now. But I created a media standards guide because I knew I wasn't going to have the time to train anybody. So, how do you take a one-man business and turn that into a multi-person business? So my thought was, well, I need a solid roadmap. I need to have this media standards guide that I can, give to our new photographers and know that everything in this guide is exactly what I've been doing. And I did that, and I think it helped. The first handful of photographers that we brought on, some of which are still with us to this day, which I am super proud about that fact. They were, that guide was very helpful. It was very beneficial, and it helped me because it meant that I didn't have to spend a tremendous amount of time personally in that process. So as the business grew, I think that was one of the most beneficial sort of scaling elements of growing. From the beginning, my philosophy was to provide listing media to real estate agents that not only got the house sold, but gave them an opportunity to leverage more opportunities from the media. And that philosophy remains in existence to this day, 10 years later. The whole idea with real estate photography, real estate videos, and all the exceptional listing media that we provide isn't just to sell the property. It's also to make sure that our customers can leverage that media, promote themselves, brand themselves, and hopefully get more opportunities for future listings. That's really been the philosophy from the very, very beginning. All of our staff shares that philosophy. Our customer success is our future success, and that's where we want to live. We want to make sure that our customers are as successful as possible from the services that we provide, and I think we've done a good job of that. I think we've been able to really raise the game, so to speak, raise the bar and bring a whole new level of expectation to home sellers, real estate agents, and you know, raising that bar has resulted in our customers being exceptionally successful. So that's really been one of the core philosophies of Devore Design since day one, and it exists now 10 years later. As Devore Design celebrates 10 years in business, we're also looking at the next 10 years and how we can improve, and obviously just the next 1 year. Some of the things that we're working on, for example, it's the customer experience. We have brought in a media concierge to help each customer ensure that we have the right services for the right property. That means if you have a 7,000 square foot property, we want to make sure that we have the right services to cover the property. We're also expanding our luxury services, our premium services, offering a new array of services on top of that. Of course, social media. You can't ignore the effectiveness of social media. All of Devore Design's listing videos are available now as vertical videos, which are optimized for social media, or landscape videos, which is what we've delivered since day one. And the vertical videos and the social media side, we've seen huge benefit by our customers using those videos online on their social media channels. And that's mainly because the virtual tour links for the landscape videos are so buried that consumers have a really difficult time finding those now. But when we look at the engagement that our customers get from the social media optimized videos, we know that there's a better chance of leveraging more opportunities, more future opportunities from those vertical videos. So that's where we're at right now. We're really focused on making sure that our customers have the best opportunity for success. And we're doing that between hiring additional staff. We're doing that between improvements we're making to our platform and just core services, revising and updating our core services to make sure that they are serving our customers' needs now and into the future.